Hi everyone, I'm Rachu and today I'm finally sharing my journey of how I switched my career from architecture to data analyst. And if you're someone who wants to switch the career, then this video is for you. So now let me give some background of my story. I didn't choose architecture because I had a passion or I had deep love in architecture. No, I actually chose architecture because everyone knows 12th में we have to give mains. तो दो मेंस पेपर होते हैं, एक होता है पेपर 1, एक होता है पेपर 2. तो मैंने पेपर 2 दिया, पेपर 1 दिया था फर्स्ट अटैम्प्ट में, और उसमें क्या हुआ, आई गॉट लेस मार्क्स. I mean, there's no preparation, and how you even expect me to score more if there's no preparations apart. तो उसमें आ गया मुझे लेस मार्क्स. When the results came, the person, okay, I won't reveal the name now, there was a boy in my class who got like 96 percentile, and I'm like, bro, how is it possible? You don't know anything, you don't study, how is it? And then I got to know from somewhere that he gave paper 2. So then I clicked कि bro, this is paper 2. बट जब हमने पेपर 1 दिया था, हमने दिया था समथिंग इन जनवरी, एंड जनवरी एंड तक रिजल्ट आ गया था, ठीक है. तो मेरा ये था कि भाई अभी पेपर 2, तो मेरे को अभी इसको इतना मिल गया तो मुझे इतना कम कैसे मिल सकता है, यू नो दैट ईगो थिंग एंड ऑल. फिर मुझे पता चला पेपर 2 होता है, देन मैंने फॉर्म भरा फॉर नेक्स्ट जेई पेपर 2 वॉज पेपर 2 विच इज़ फॉर आर्किटेक्चर. ऑल्सो आर्किटेक्चर में देर आर 3 सब्जेक्ट्स, लाइक यू नो पेपर 1 में क्या होता है, फिजिक्स होता है, मैथ्स होता है एंड केमिस्ट्री होता है. सो आर्किटेक्चर में क्या होता है, you have drawing, you have aptitude and then you have math. So I'm like भाई ड्राइंग तो कर ही लूँगी, मैथ तो मेरा आई एम गुड इन मैथ, सो मैथ तो मुझे को आता ही है, तो क्यों नहीं. एंड देन नेक्स्ट इज एप्टीट्यूड. तो एप्टीट्यूड के लिए आई जस्ट ऑर्डर्ड अ बुक ऑनलाइन फ्रॉम अमेजोन और वो कर लिया. तो फिर मुझे ये भी था कि भाई मैं आर्किटेक्चर कर लेती हूँ, फिजिक्स नहीं है, केमिस्ट्री नहीं है, तो क्या ही हो जाएगा. मतलब इट्स ईजी, जस्ट आई चूज द पेपर. Two things I chose mains JEE paper 2 was, first thing is the guy who got marks more than me, and I was like, how can I flex now? That guy is flexing, bro. He didn't do anything, but he gave paper 2 and he's telling everyone I got this percentile, I got 96 percentile, and I'm like, bro, come on. तो मैंने सोचा यार फिजिक्स तो है ही नहीं, इसमें दे देते, क्या ही हो जाएगा, एटलीस्ट फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री से छुटकारा तो मिलेगा. एंड आई हर्ड फ्रॉम समवन दैट engineering, if I choose, then I have to even study physics and chemistry over there. And back then I had no idea कि भाई ये होता ही नहीं है in real. Then the hatred for physics was real. Like trust me guys, trust me, I hate physics. I mean, I used to sleep in physics lecture. Don't imagine. I love math. And I was like, ये इसमें architecture math है तो क्यों नहीं भाई, ये तो मैं दे ही सकती हूँ आराम से, math तो ऐसे चुटकी में हो जाएगा. So now somehow I gave paper 2. So I still remember the date. My JEE paper 2 was on September 6, 2020. Since it's COVID, तो उन्होंने postpone कर दिया था exams मेंस का. And somehow I also scored 96.7 percentile something in mains, and I got admission in a good decent architecture college in Pune. ये सब हो गया. नाउ द रियल स्ट्रगल स्टार्ट्स. मेरा एडमिशन हो गया, एंड अंटिल देन आई वॉज लाइक क्या ही है यार, ड्राइंग ही तो है, आर्किटेक्चर में कर लूँगी, इतना ही डिफिकल्ट होता है वो. इट वॉज लाइक दैट बिकॉज दैट होल ट्रामा ऑफ 2 years ऑफ इंटरमीडिएट वॉज रियल. ट्रस्ट मी लाइक गाइज, आई यूज टू गो टू कॉलेज 11th-12th में. आई वॉज इन academy, so I was in a JEE mains and that academy. So I used to go morning at 7 and come home by 7. So फॉर मी इट वॉज लाइक इंजीनियरिंग में जाना है तो कुछ ईजी आसान सा पढ़ लेते यार, ख़त्म हो जाएगा. आर्किटेक्चर ले लेते, ड्राइंग तो है यार, तो हो ही जाएगा. तो मैंने आर्किटेक्चर ले लिया, एडमिशन ले लिया. ना मेरा फर्स्ट ईयर ऑनलाइन, सो सबमिशंस, मॉडल मेकिंग, drawings and late nights and sheet completion, this all were hectic for online people. And you know what, I mean, I really thought it would be chill, but it was not. It was such a headache, and I hate these things. But the funny part is I was not bad at all. I mean, you know, in first year I realized that I don't want to do this in my whole life. I mean, I can't do it, man. Who will spend whole nights, sleepless nights, just to complete the sheets and all? But yeah, funny part was that I actually scored well. I had 8.5 SGPA, like my whole 8.5 for me was consistent from my very first semester to my 10th semester. Imagine, in even thesis which recently completed in May, I had the same SGP. Now the very point was, now I was not happy. Okay, I was not happy at all, and I wanted to discover myself to do something new. So I started with the UI UX course. Now I actually explored a lot of fields. For me to understand that I'm not good, it was a constant worry in my head, because I'm like, I don't want to do this, then what else will I do? What will be my career? I started worrying from my very first year. So I did a UI UX course from Coursera, and then I was realized, by this is also similar to architecture, I mean design and all stuff. Though I like designing, but no, I was not completely happy. Then I did a backend course. Then I did a backend. Actually, I did a full stack course. I did a full stack course, and in that time also I realized that no, I just can't do this. I mean, this was very difficult, man. That's very hectic. I did all this course. Then I remember in my third year, I did a course from XLR. But yeah, before that, I had to convince my parents, because they had put money, my efforts, and the time, 5 years of degree, and I'm choosing something else. So obviously, my parents were really worried, and they are like. Why are you doing this? Think architecture is better. You can do business instead of job. And my parents were trying to explain me that why you need to do architecture over some other course, because obviously, right, they are parents and they are worried for my career. They were thinking ki if I leave architecture, then what else will I do? But then somehow they agreed, because somewhere they could see that I'm not happy, and then they are like, if you're not happy, then all this doesn't make sense. So they got convinced, and they paid for a course. Obviously, right, I was in third year, so I did a course from XLR, in which I learned some basics of data analytics. That was just like pretty 6 months course. So what I had in that was, I learned SQL, Python, R. Of course, there was a whole month for Excel. They taught us Excel. They taught how basic analytics work, and from there I did like 6 months of internship, not 3 months of internship, which was online in the same field. Okay, so ये सब हो गया. Now I realized कि भाई इससे तो कुछ नहीं होगा. I need to do something to switch my career. Like I went through many of the YouTube courses, and then I realized, if you want to switch your career, you either need to have a post graduation or a master's in something which you want to do. Like let's say I'm doing architecture and I want to switch, so I can't switch immediately. I mean, okay, some people do, but then back then what I knew was that I needed something to prove that yeah, I'm good in this, I'm good in that, and I'm doing this. So what happened, I was in 5th year. So architecture में क्या होता है that in the 9th semester, so 9th semester will be 5th year first year, you have to do your internship in architecture for 6 months. That is called a professional practice or practical training, any of those. So it means like we have to go offline and do internship in any of the architecture firm. So since my background is in construction, I mean, a family background, so my cousin is an architect, so I took that opportunity. So I did the internship in my cousin's firm, which is my house. Obviously it's my own firm, so I did internship there, and then I did a lot of research, and I got to know that this Coursera, this Great Learning. These Great Learning people have a UG graduation in post graduation in data science and business analytics. So and then I opted that. I convinced my parents somehow, okay, I want to do this. If I don't do this, then I can't move further. So my mom called several people to get validation ki is it okay if she does this. People who know, who are my relatives and who have already working in IT. So they got to know from there, and things were good. So we finalized that we'll do this Great Learning course. And trust me guys, that those 6 months, actually the course was of 11 months. So those 11 months were so hectic in my life. Like morning I used to get up at 5. They had a pre-recording courses, and they had pre-recording lectures they had, and they had 2 live classes on the weekends. So every day I used to get up, I used to watch the recordings, and then I used to I was just juggling between architecture and the data analytics in the final year. So this all happened. Then whole day I used to do some practice, or either I used to go to my cousin's firm. Of course I had to do the internship and need a certificate, so I did that. Then 6 months happened. I came back to college because I had my jury, my final viva. jury is viva, basically jury is architectural viva. So that happened and I got passed in professional practice. I was really happy. Now the part of thesis comes in, and for thesis, thesis is a big thing. I mean, you are very much invested in it. You need to give your time, and in that I had to balance my this course also. So it was very difficult for me initially, but then my cousin really helped me a lot through my thesis as well. So I didn't feel much difficult. So almost I did 11 projects in data analytics and business analytics. I did 11 proper legit projects. I did projects and I had very sleepless nights because I was juggling into 2 careers. But my only end goal was, bro, I have to do this. Then the time came, the placement started, and I started applying for the many companies. I applied hella lot, like bombard, apply everywhere. Then the portal got started, and I was applying on the portal. So I applied the 10, 15, maybe more, 20, 30 companies I applied there, and from that I got like 5-6 interviews I attended, and then finally I end up an internship in third wave. So now here's a very interesting story. Okay, so I got a call on I think I got a call in April 28, 29 something, and the joining they were expecting was 5th of May, but my architectural final thesis viva that was on 9th of May. So I just requested them, can you do it to 10th? But I didn't know that 9th was actually Friday and 10th is Saturday. So they did it 12, and I was like, okay, fine, do it. Then I did. So 9th, and of course 8th was my cousin's wedding. So I was in my hometown on 8th. Like, let's just see the imagine. 8th I was in my cousin's wedding. 8th night I started in bus. 9th morning I was in Pune. 9th night I started back to my home. Then 10th morning I was in Kolhapur in my home. 11th night we started from Kolhapur, and I was in Bangalore on 12th morning. That was my joining day for the internship, and I was so grateful. I still am so grateful for the manager who took my interview and who chose me, like who trusted me that I could do this, because it is very big thing to give an opportunity to a fresher, and he did, and I'm very glad for it. If you are seeing this, thank you so much. It was actually a bit scary, emotional, because I'm leaving my friends behind, and we actually had a plan to spend some 2-3 days together before we all go to our own hometowns. But then this thing came so sudden that I had to move to Bangalore immediately. But I still miss those. But I'm really grateful for the opportunity I got in Third Wave Coffee. I was doing a Power BI, a BI analyst in Third Wave. So now is my internship experience. So Bangalore, Anna, and new people, new place, new city. It was already difficult. I used to constantly think and fear about, will I be able to do it? Am I good enough? But slowly everything started making sense. I worked on real-time dashboard. I worked on reporting insights and applied everything I learned last year, like last whole year. Whatever I learned, I applied there. Obviously mistakes हुए, बहुत mistakes हुए, but every mistake actually taught me something, and that actually, day by day the confidence started growing. And finally, after a few months, I got a news that I was being converted from intern to a full-time employee. So this was a very big thing, because whole my internship of 6 months, I was really worried, bro, what will happen? Will this even happen or no? But yeah, it just happened. And अगर तुम भी अपना करियर स्विच करना चाहते हो, तो let me tell you, you are not late, you are not behind, and you can change your mind anytime. Just be consistent, learn new things. Even when you feel unprepared, apply. Just apply everywhere. That's the key. Until you apply, you won't know, they won't know that you exist. Because sometimes biggest change in life happens quietly. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you want more videos on tech journey, my content is journey, work-life balance or work-life, please subscribe. Thank you. Follow for more.